longest stretch that we would have done in the round alone was 26, 30 days, preparing for what would be 3 months in the Vendee. Toward the ends of the legs, you fall into this rhythm. It takes a good week or so to really get into that groove. And to be honest, I kind of look forward to the extended period of the Vendee. I think that I'll be more at home and running at a more comfortable rhythm after a longer time at sea.
Cabo de Hornos, Cape Horn. Today is a Buenos Dias, good day.
There's plenty to do.
Get around the corner there.
It isn't just running the boat, it's the communications, the tactical weather analysis. Spend a lot of time working on our navigation per se is easy to, we know where we are all the time, but that's just the tip of the iceberg of what you have to do. We know where we are in the chart, but what's the weather going to do? We have to spend endless hours analyzing the data that we get, correcting it or looking at it, because it's always wrong, right? And you have to decide how wrong it is. Over here we have 2 jammers. Over there we have 1. One jammer is probably in outer space by now. When the boom broke, that went flying, ripped out a big hole in the deck there. I patched that up. You can see my patch piece on it. So we got to fix that too. Fix the hole, fix the boom. The communication is a big part of it, communicating with our supporters and the education program back on land. We do a lot of emails. My updates that I write every couple of days takes me about 4 hours to craft each update. So between the sailing, the navigating, tactical analysis, communication, writing updates, and actually cooking or eat, maybe a little sleep, it's around the clock. Oh, I think that the race has lived up to all the difficulties I've heard about. I'd say that my joke is I tell everyone, they ask me how the Southern Ocean was, I say it was just like the brochure. I think I'm a racer at heart and competitive at heart, and I think it's, I think I take occasional breaks from not, racing, or, once you get things dialed in, if you're in steady conditions and you don't have to change things a lot, you'll be going fast, but it'll be a bit more relaxing if conditions aren't changing. You'll take advantage of those moments to put a little bit more energy in the bank. Maybe, in my case, I might get out my little boat guitar and play a tune or two, or I'll watch a movie, DVD, or you very rarely get that much time. But when you do get it, it is a good idea to try and put a little bit in the bank, so you have a little bit more reserves. Boy, it's such an overall battering and wear and tear on so much equipment that you take. It's the masts and rigging, I think, usually takes the most wear. It's one reason why I have an unstayed rotating mast, because that's an area traditionally where boats have had problems breaking the rigs, and the unstayed mast is almost indestructible. So I've been very, very happy with that in the Around Alone. The biggest problem I had in the Around Alone, because we were a new boat and we were still sorting out some new technology, we had some new technology on our boom using a pusher vang rather than a regular vang underneath, and we broke our boom twice. And now we've ironed that out and we know how to make that much tougher, but of course that will be taking a lot of load, so I'll of course be watching the boom very closely in the Vendee since I broke it twice in the Around Alone. Bernard Stam, who won the Around Alone, would have never finished the Vendee. He had broken stuff at each leg. Including he cracked his keel, he broke his tiller off, he ripped some carbon off the side of the boat. So the Around Alone is a very different race. That's what he needed to do to win that race, because it was a sprint between each port and giving you the opportunity to fix your boat. In the Vendee, you can't sail that way. It would be taking an enormous risk that if any of those accidents occurred, he would be able to fix them, and then he would be handicapped. Even if you could keep going, he'd be handicapped from this going slower. So you have to be really balanced. You have to really balance that pushing with actually finishing the race. It's an incredible challenge just to finish. My big joke that I always say, the most valuable attributes of a single-handed sailor are laziness and paranoia. To get carried away about trying to do too much and don't worry about what might go wrong, you're going to miss something. There's always something that could pop up, and if you aren't constantly looking, something's going to break, and it just becomes a downward spiral after that.